Hello, everybody. Welcome back to what? Two idiots
Two
do
idiots,
something.
Yeah, two idiots molest a Mercedes.
Basically, what's happening now is the Siren motor on this E-Class needs to be replaced. It was about $130-ish an FCP euro and $500 to do at the dealer. So, you know, there's the obvious thing there. How do you diagnose the problem? Well, if you lock and unlock your car, it doesn't make the 3 beeps. And if you do the panic button, you can tell that's broken. It's not stopping.
Hit the panic button again. There you go.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
the ML was always, you just press the unlock button and it stops. But anyway,
yeah, they die over time.
and I just now noticed there's a number 17 on that tire. I've never noticed that before.
I actually know exactly what that is.
But anyway, so the Siren motor is about right around here. And just like the windshield washer, reservoir, and pump of the other side, you gotta take off the wheel, take off the 2-piece wheel well, and then, yeah, it's just right there and you can replace it. So, oh god, now it's gonna do the automatic locking thing. That's gonna be very annoying. And basically, what I do to fix that automatic locking thing is turn on the car, expand, and then turn it off again, and do not lock the car. But first things first, we are going to get the stuff to jack up the car. Probably from this moment on, the video is gonna be sped up. So here you go.
You have one right there. Ow. The extendo. As you just learned, it's helpful to keep it parallel to the ground. You get a little bit better leverage.
Okay, sorry.
And always a good idea, make sure you set your parking brake and chuck your wheels so that way your vehicle does not roll. That is a very bad day. You do not want that to happen.
I know, actually didn't ever come with a chuck.
No, most cars do not come with a chock. You can use something like a used brake rotor or a brick, a rock. It doesn't have to be anything substantial. Heck, some people use other wheels, but you definitely want to make sure you block your wheel from rolling. It does actually take your vehicle's engine to go over something, even something like a curb. Your vehicle's nowhere near heavy enough to just roll over a curb. So, something to just stop it from moving. And you're going to find on most German cars, they have little pads where you're supposed to jack them up. But with most unibody vehicles, so Toyota Camrys, things of that nature, you can just jack up somewhere along the pinch weld. This is a kind of unique style jack, but it gets the job done. And once you get enough clearance with the ground, you can get your tire iron back out and take your lug nuts the rest of the way off. This is where an impact can speed up the process, but it's not entirely necessary. So So with all 4 lug bolts removed, we can remove the wheel and dump them all out. Now ours stayed put, combination of we have a little bit of corrosion around our hub and it's just designed that way. Some German wheels will try to fall off on you, so just be wary of that. This lug bolt design doesn't necessarily hold the wheels on there without the bolts being torqued.
So if you get closer here, look at the top. You can see the rear overlaps the top. So you have to take out the rear, and we don't have to even take out the front. In this case, we just need to take out the rear. Over here is you kind of take a flat head and pry it off. These are just like plastic clips. There's bolts here, here, here.
Focus. There we go.
There, and one all the way up there. And there should be, I think, 1 or 2 over here also. And you just take all those out. So, yeah, let me go get a screwdriver. Make sure you keep focus. Fuck.
I'm trying. I'm not a videographer. I don't know what I'm doing. So we're gonna swap out on the Milwaukee here for a flathead. Slide that in there. And we'll try these guys out.
It's been a while since I did this specific kind. I don't remember exactly how it was done.
Basically the idea is to get the center to release, and then you can get your flathead behind the base of it and give you a little bit extra leverage to pop it out.
I'm gonna guess that all of these are 10 millimeters.
They normally are.
And yep, they are.
So this is another area where an impact can make it a little bit of a faster job, but obviously not required. Although a functioning ratchet would definitely help.
Now, for those of you that saw the suspension cam video, this is part of the knuckle. That is your upper control arm with the ball joint. There's their shock and spring. There is another ball joint here, which goes to another joint all the way over here, which goes to that anti-roll bar. Actually, no, it goes to both. Yeah, no, that's the anti-roll bar.
Yep.
I can't actually see that well. And then you can also see the lower control arm.
So you'll oftentimes find this arm here that goes between the knuckle and the sway bar as a sway bar link. And then you'll also see sometimes people will call your shock and spring assembly struts. In this case, that is incorrect.
Okay.
I'm honestly surprised Mercedes didn't clean off the corrosion on the hub.
It's important to clean it between the rotor and
Well, yeah.
more than the wheel and the rotor. But this is good. It was much worse before.
It's still fine.
There we go.
All right, last one's off.
That's not the last one.
Now we got a second one.
We got 2 more.
It recognizes the back of your head as a face. humorous.
So I'll just get a better look at that for you. Oh, you really can't see. Yep, there you go. So that right there, and that right there. And that's a GoPro mount.
And that's your GoPro mount.
All right, now, let's see if these will come out. Because I really don't remember how these were. There we go.
They tend to be very stuck. A lot of tool companies make special pliers that you can use to get those out of there. However, as you will see, a pair of vice grips works just fine. Just like that. And now, our rear portion of our two-piece fender cover can come out. Or sorry, not fender cover, fender liner. There we go.
Alright. Let's see here. Yep, there it is. Okay.
So we're gonna get you a little bit of a shot in there of what we're looking at.
So, on right there, behind that heat shield, is where that motor is. And the heat shield, there's a bolt right there. Bolt right there, or sorry, a nut, whatever you want to call it. And come on, focus. So one right there, one right there, right there. And you don't want to put too much pressure on it, because whatever the hell this cable is going to, probably the horn itself. We'll see if it's the horn itself. I'll let you know if it's something else, and to be careful. Looks like it's an 8mm. And I need an extension.
It just locked on us.
I stepped on the key, and I can barely hear. Barely hear. Let's bring the camera.
I don't know.
Unzoom out. Zoom out. There you go. Let's see if you can hear.
You guys can probably barely hear that.
Yeah, you can hear that.
So, that's what it's like when your siren starts dying. Which is, ironically, the more correct term. More often than not, you don't use the word dying correctly in the automotive world, but in this case, it's rather accurate.
And that time it didn't even go off. I don't know if it does make noise or not. Most vehicles actually do not. Now, you say that?
So it does look like it's for the horn itself, as you can see here.
And it's just mounted right in there by one single bolt.
So,
Oh, hello. That is a security Torx.
as you can see here, you just have to push this inside and then you can get it out.
Definitely disconnect that connector first. You will have a bad time if you do not. That's amusing. Make sure you disconnect your battery as well.
This is actually as an internal battery, and that's why it's doing that.
Well, it's also setting the fog lights off. So the car has just gone into panic mode.
Is the fog lights going off?
Nope, nothing's going off anymore now, it's just that.
There you go.
So make sure you
have an internal...
Yep.
Hold on, we'll wait until this stops going off.
You can hear it mechanically dying as well. The car doesn't care anymore. It's separate from the car now.
Yeah.
That's it.
So basically how these work, there's an internal battery in those.
It's gonna keep doing this. Let's just get it out. Definitely make sure you disconnect your battery before you disconnect that.
Well, hold on. Disconnecting the battery won't do anything, remember? Because that'll just keep going off.
True. That'll keep going off, but your car at least will not panic.
You can turn off the car. I just turned off the car's siren.
Yeah.
But this is now separate.
Yep. So it's just gonna keep doing that.
Just to let you know, I don't know if there's a trick to getting it to turn off or not do that. I kind of just went in this YOLO, so. I'll do some research in the future before I post the video. I'll let you know in the description.
I'm gonna call it right now. If you just give it 12 volts and ground, it might not do it.
No, I think it's smarter than that.
Probably. Actually, no. Looking at those wires, I don't know if there is a trick because those are.
There's 3 wires.
Yeah, there's 3 wires. So. Mercedes may make a tool, but
It's probably a procedure.
interesting. Once you
There you
remove
go.
your bolt, it turns off. So put the bolt back in. I wonder if that's it. Put it all the way in. Actually, put it in.
I guess. I doubt that that's what's doing it.
Unless it grounds through the bolt. It might ground through the bolt.
No, could just be a coincidence.
Yep.
But basically what happens is, the way these work in general, is there is a battery inside of these. And it's totally separate from any other battery. And what will happen is over time, they'll start to leak its corrosive acid onto the circuit board. And that will make it so that the noise just fucks up in general. And that's what you were hearing with the siren at the start of this video. It was starting to fuck up. And what will happen eventually is, if it gets bad enough and you just ignore it, it'll leak all over to the board to the point where it'll set itself off whenever it wants. When you're driving, just sitting doing nothing, and it's really hard to turn off in that case because when you're driving, it's like, what are you going to do?
Pull over on the side of the road and...
And this is, of course, yeah, the siren, of course, separate from the 2 horns. So I'll see if I can crack it open for you later.
I don't think
Well,
that...
shocks don't apparently set it off. So let's go get the other one, shall we?
It's over there now. It will stay over there until we clean up. So we have our new genuine Mercedes Benz part from FCP Euro.
So FCP Euro, if this fails, send it back. You get all your money and you can get another one for free.
And let me see that part number, just so you guys know. It is A219-820-322664.
So interestingly enough, it apparently isn't specific to this chassis, because
No, which
that's
is
not
not.
a 211. And now I wonder if the other one actually has the same part number. Usually they update these. So this is, of course, a Bosch. And this is actually A171820, so they've definitely updated this part.
Yep, so it's an updated part number.
And you can see the type of battery. Nickel, I forgot what MH was.
Magnesium? Someone correct me.
It's not lithium ion.
Nope.
And it's not something stupid like a tantalum capacitor. Huh.
And this one
We have
looks
changed race.
entirely. It looks
have-
entirely different.
We have changed race.
Not only is it now white, it has a completely different design and mounts incorrectly. Wait, let me see that pinout.
The pinout's the same.
Pinout's the same, connector's the same. However, that
I wonder
is,
if you could just take this out.
and there are threads beneath. You can take it out, but there are not threads beneath.
Or, yeah, no.
So this is unfortunately the incorrect part. You can do that though. It's the same thread pitch.
Now I wonder if we have a nut in our stash.
I wonder if that even makes the right sound.
Let's go.
I wonder if you plug that in if it starts complaining.
No, it won't complain.
Complains.
Huh.
Well, we're SOL.
Let's see. I really don't want to make a trip to the hardware store. This sucks.
I wonder if that part number even exists anymore.
Oh no, it definitely does. Mercedes are able to get their hands on it. FCP should too. However, with the same connector,
I'm curious if you plug it in and it complains.
I doubt it.
It sounds completely different.
What the hell is this, bro?
That is a completely wrong part. Set off the alarm. I'm curious what that sounds like. Loud! It is much louder.
What the hell is that, bro?
It's a piezoelectric buzzer that's just amplified.
We just used it as a joke. This is actually a joke.
Yeah. And now if we unplug it, it's gonna go off.
Oh, goddamn. And it's gonna be loud as fuck, too.
Yeah, man, it's gonna go for a while because that battery's fresh. Well, fire in a hole.
Okay, good.
Hey. Now put it in my truck so it doesn't be as loud. Oh, hey, it stopped complaining much faster.
Imagine we ship this back and it just like starts making noise inside the package.
That would be hilarious.
Now then, ladies and gentlemen, we shall scour the likes of the internet to find the correct one.
Yep, so let this be, I guess, a lesson to anyone who wants to replace their siren horn on their W211 E-Class. Make sure you get the correct part number because it will be completely different. I mean, you can do that. So I guess it's not entirely bad. And technically the part will work if you get a nut on there. However, in this case, we are looking for a one-to-one replacement rather than this. So we will have to keep looking.
All right. As you probably know from the previous video, we already tried this. And, of course, what the problem was is that the new one, it sounds absolutely ridiculous and nobody, as far as I know, likes it. So what I actually did is I purchased one off of eBay. As you can see, they didn't really take care with unplugging that. But basically, we're going to be putting this eBay one in there. And actually, what you can do is you can crack these open and you can replace the battery inside it. As long as the battery hasn't completely exploded because you waited too long to replace it and it corroded the entire motherboard, at that point it's probably too late. But you can go and replace the battery on these. Maybe you can clean up the circuit board a little bit and you should be good to go. However, these are sealed from the factory, so you're gonna have to find a way to seal it back yourself. But people online have done it before. So I can show you some pictures along with who recommended this idea. So that's the part number you don't want. As far as the part number you do want, it's right there. So what we're going to be doing, also one more difference, is that this is held by a nut and a screw or a stud, rather than this is just simply a screw that's screwed into the sorry if the wind noise is bothering you, by the way. Simply a screw that goes in there. So what we're gonna do, alright, now with that on the outside, just a pro tip, this part right here likes to get stuck on this part. Usually I just pry it out with a screwdriver and then work its way up, and then it comes out easily. But anywho, basically that's the wire that goes up, and behind the shield is that thing that you need to get out. There is nut here, nut here, nut here, and you just take it out and we'll work from there. Alright, well, let's get started. Hopefully this stays in focus. I'm guessing they were 8s. Yeah, these are 8s, 8mm.
And they're not really all that tight, and you don't need to tighten them when you put them back, because these are like nut nuts. These are some really thin, bendable plastic that you can easily mess up. Or not plastic, metal, but same difference. So just get this one down here. Hopefully you guys can see that. There we go. Last but not least, the one at the top. This one can be a little tricky to get out. The bottom comes out first.
And here we are. Let me just reposition the camera. All right, well, here we are. Here it is. And pro tip, I haven't actually searched up what the proper way to do it is. All I know is the, YOLO way. Basically, when you'll take this out, it'll just make noise, and it depends on how good or bad your battery is, to be fair. It'll just go off for like a bit, and a bit as in like a couple minutes. So if you want to probably have a way to quiet it down as soon as you take it out, that'd be probably very great. So let's just kind of, you see here, just squeeze that inward and you just pull it out and it's going to go off. The car is unlocked. Oh, well, there you go. Apparently when I did it last time, the car was locked, and that's when it'll go off. You want to leave the car unlocked and it won't go off. So that's that. That's pretty easy, actually. So what we need now is a security Torx, the thing that they try to hope that you don't have. So I'll be right back.
Alright, let's see what you are. There's one bigger. T30. Yep, that's it, T30. So we'll just get this and unscrew him. Get the rest by hand.
There we go. Out comes the old one. And what we'll do is we'll get our new eBay one. There it is. And we can kind of compare the part number real quick if you want. That's the original one that came with the car. I wonder if it has a date code on it. It says 06, well, in the circular circle right there. So I'm guessing that's from 06. And this one, well, it says 06 too. I'm not sure if that's correct, the date. But yep, let's just put it in. We'll see how it goes. There we go. Let's rest this somewhere. There we go. All right, let's go test it out. And then yep. That's it. It's all working. Let's go. So all we have to do is reverse order and you're all done. And I got this off of FCP Euro. FCP Euro has a thing where you can send it back, get all your money. I don't remember if it was store credit or right back to your card. But you can get all your money back, and so that's what you really love about them. And that's basically it, folks. Yep, that's basically it. Like and subscribe, I guess. Do what YouTube people do. I suggest you go ahead and keep those so you can put in another battery. If not, and you can't be bothered, then, you know, oh well. Be mindful of the FCP ones as again. And we'll see you next time.